What if a true guide isn't someone who leads you from the front, but someone who walks beside you, just as human, just as learning? Many of us imagine guidance as certainty, authority, or answers delivered from above. But one night by the fire, an old man spoke of guidance very differently, not as direction shouted from a distance, but as companionship earned through walking the same ground. The fire crackled softly, sending a thin ribbon of smoke curling into the star-dusted night. Around the circle, the listeners leaned closer, their faces lit in warm flickers of gold and ember red. The old man's voice rose gently above the wind, calm and steady as a path through tall grass. "You see," he began, poking the fire with a stick, "a true guide doesn't walk ahead with a flag or stand upon a rock shouting directions. No. A real guide walks beside you, boots muddy, heart open, and feeling the same wind, the same weariness, the same wonder." A young woman across the flames tilted her head. "But if he's a guide," she asked softly, "shouldn't he know more than the rest?" The old man chuckled, eyes crinkling like weathered paper. Perhaps he's just been lost a few more times," he said. "And maybe he learned that being lost isn't the end of the road. It's just where the learning deepens." He leaned back, gaze drifting toward the sky. "I've walked through many camps and followed many trails, some full of laughter, others carved by sorrow. Each taught me something worth carrying. And still I'm learning, still being shown. You never stop being a student in this wilderness of life. Even when others call you teacher." The fire popped. A few sparks floated upward, then vanished. "There was a time," he continued, "when I thought I had to collect every teaching I could find and fill my pack with them like a trader's goods. But that pack grew heavy. I realized that most of what I carried were ideas that hadn't yet found roots in me. So I began to lay them down, one by one, until only the living ones remained, the truths I had walked, not merely heard." He drew a line in the dust with his stick. "It's like a wilderness guide," he said. "He may know of 1,000 paths winding through those mountains, but he'll only lead others down the ones he has truly traveled, the ones his feet remember. The rest he respects from afar." The group sat quietly. Someone stirred the logs, and the fire gave a low sigh. "So when I walk beside you," the old man said, "I share only what I've lived. If I find a new path that opens into light, I'll come back and tell you, not as a preacher, but as a fellow traveler. But I don't want you to follow me forever. My work is to walk with you until you begin to hear your own compass, that quiet, steady voice inside that already knows the way. Once you start trusting that, well, then my footsteps fade behind you, as they should." A hush settled over the camp. The only sound was the whisper of the fire and the far-off call of a night bird. The old man looked at each of them, faces glowing, eyes reflecting the flames. "The goal," he said softly, "was never for you to walk my path. It's for you to remember the one who's been guiding you all along, the one that's been whispering beneath your every breath, waiting for you to listen." The embers pulsed like tiny hearts, and for a long time, no one spoke. Then the old man smiled again, the kind of smile that comes from miles well traveled. "Now," he murmured, "let's sit a while longer. The fire has more to say."